All right. Are we live? Can you guys hear me? Can I get a 5x5? Testing, testing. Let's see, slide chat. This is my first time going live on this computer, so bear with me here. Make sure it's coming through. If someone could let me know in the chat, that'd be great. It says it's live. All right, we got a 5x5. All right, everybody. I'm excited to be here. Okay, excellent. All right, look at this. Good. People are jumping in. Great. Thank you all for being here. Okay. Well, I want to wait a few minutes before we jump into the meditation so we can get more folks to hop on. And I thought in the meantime there, I could give updates in terms of what's going on in my world, what's going on in regards to the YouTube channel, and of course with my beautiful wife here, Victoria, and I, and kind of what we're up to. So let's just jump in. Good things are coming. Really, really excited about the future. Getting back into the YouTube channel, going to start recording and posting more videos here shortly. My online course, after all these years, is finally coming to pass. It's called 5DU, 5DYOU.com, and you can go there and sign up, and it will go live in January. So we're in beta testing mode right now, and people are really having some very transformative experiences, and we're only a few weeks in. So really excited for all that kind of coming down the pike. Victoria and I are continuing to run more retreats, and you can follow me on Facebook, just Dr. Alex Bloom on Facebook, and we'll have updates there. An update on my website. Victoria is getting trained in sound healing, and so she is working on her next level, which is very exciting. And we do biohacking at our retreats, and it's all about kind of getting into a high vibe place with higher dimensional consciousness. So really, really good stuff coming. Okay, so before we jump into the meditation, for those that don't know me, or this video gets sent around to others who either might be victims of the storm or know people personally who've been affected, we can never personally know what each of you are going through. If you've lost your home, if you've lost loved ones, if you're still in the middle of this chaos with the water and so many unspeakable things. But I do want to share a little bit in terms of what we have personally been through to know that we can relate to you on some level. In Hurricane Ian, we lost our home that we're actually sitting in right now. And we were basically rendered homeless for 2 years, living in Airbnbs and the gratitude of family and friends and neighbors. And it was very hard. It was very stressful, and it changes your life. It leaves an impressionable mark of trauma on you. So that's why I felt, one of the reasons why I felt so called to do this, because on some level, I know what you're going through. On another level, we actually just came back from North Carolina, exactly where the storm hit. We go up to the Blue Ridge for a month every summer, and we host a retreat up there. And we were looking around at getting property, and we have so many friends who live up there. And thank God everyone that we've checked in on in one way or another has been able to reach out, and they're all okay. But this is very personal for us because Victoria and I met at Lake Lure and in Chimney Rock. And so to see that splashed all over the news is just so devastating. Also, of course, it hit other places as well: Tennessee, Georgia, Florida. Where it hit in Florida, near St. Pete's, that's where we first said I love you. It hit Longboat Key. That's where we got married. So it's devastating to hear what's going on, and we're not out of storm season yet, too. So we don't want to put fear out, but at the same time, we need to be prepared. And being able to, as a psychologist, work through the trauma is very important. So all of you who have either been affected by someone or are personally affected, I can't encourage enough to reach out for resources in terms of your mental health and dealing with the trauma of it all, because it stays with you. It doesn't just go away, and it stays in the body, and you need to find ways to work through and get that stagnant energy out in order for you to move forward. But initially, it's just getting to a place of safety. And so that's going to be part of the meditation that we do this evening. We did a test run, and Victoria has her singing bowls here. For whatever reason, the audio didn't pick up the bowls, so she's going to try. But if not, I'll be doing more meditations, and we probably won't do live, so we'll be able to get the singing bowl situation figured out. But I want to thank you all for being here, and I want to say a few words kind of before we launch in terms of what meditation really means, just because we have so many potential friends that could sign on and watch this and be turned off by the word meditation. Especially in this part of the country. Many of those watching might be more traditional Christians. And I just wanted to add a few points of scripture to kind of emphasize what we're doing here. The first one that speaks to me is Philippians 4:8. And in that quote, it says to meditate on these things. Finally, brethren, whatever things are true, whatever things are noble, whatever things are just, whatever things are pure, whatever things are lovely, whatever things are of good rapport, if there is any virtue and if there is anything praiseworthy, meditate on these things. And the other one that really speaks to me is Psalms 46:10. Be still and know that I am God. Be still. And one of the other interpretations from a different version of the Bible says, stop your fighting and know that I am God. The internal fighting, the struggle, the pain and the anguish of not knowing what's going to happen. The videos that I've seen, I'm sure many of you have seen, unspeakable, heartbreaking. So for those of you that are just now getting internet, help is on the way. This is a time right now for coming together as Americans, coming together as world citizens. There's so much pain going on right now, so much war, so much fear and anger. It's time that we counteract those energies. And we have to do that through love. We have to do that by getting in touch with our heart. Our heart is the gateway. It's the portal. The only way out of this mess that we're facing, with everything going on right now and all the noise, is by getting still and getting in touch with your heart. And that's what we're going to do here today. That's what we're going to do here today. So from a science and quantum physics point of view, our collective intent, the thoughts that we think, are so much more powerful than we've been told. Our thoughts are electrical. They have an energy to them. And in this quantum field that's all around us, that those thoughts, when we think them, literally, physically leave our head and go out into the quantum field. And then when those thoughts go out, that specific thought collapses a wave of potentiality into a particle. That's step one. Step two is then we have to draw that particle into our life experience. And we do that through magnetism. And what's magnetic? Our emotions. And our heart is anywhere between 60 and 1,000 times, the research varies, in terms of how magnetic that heart energy is around our body. It can be reliably measured. And you can look up Heart Math Institute for more research on that. And that's step two. But you need both steps to make this power work. So we're going to be going through that tonight. Okay. Thank you for listening. Any thoughts you want to say, Victoria?
Just know there's always light at the end of the tunnel. There really is. So recovery takes a long time to get real recovery, but when you do, it's better than it ever was. So hold in there.
We're thinking of you. We're holding space for you.
Mm-hmm.
We'll probably be doing more of these meditations. If you guys are interested, just let me know. You can write in the chat or write in the comments section. If you have different types of meditations you want me to do, there's a lot that's coming soon. We have our house back. We have stability back. And so the next chapter in the vision is coming forward very, very soon. So I'm really excited for all that's about to come forward. Okay. All right. Well, let's go ahead and get started.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Okay. All right. We'll go ahead and get into a comfortable position. And if you feel comfortable, you can close your eyes or just gently stare at a spot on the floor or the wall. There's going to be several chapters to this meditation. We'll start by getting quiet. Because we need to change our brainwave state. That's step one. Then we'll pray for the storm victims. Then we'll pray for the world at large. And then we'll end by having a blessing and a prayer over our own life. Okay. So the theme here is about peace. It's about safety. And it's about coming together. Those are the three pieces of the intent behind tonight's meditation. So getting in touch with your breath. Getting quiet. With all the hustle bustle that goes on in our day. It's time now to take the next few minutes to just slow things down, to be still, to stop the internal fighting, and to get in touch with your heart. Our brain gives off its own brainwave frequencies, but our heart also gives off a frequency. When we can match up and get in sync or coherence with the brain and the heart, a doorway opens for us. Let's practice that now. Breathing in and out of your heart region now. If this is new for you, just imagine a little mouth on your chest. And you're breathing in and out from your chest, from your heart. It might be helpful to put your hand over your heart. What we're doing here is very sacred. It's one of the most important things that we can do in this life, is to tune in to the intelligence of our heart. Before I move to the next chapter, I'd like you to start moving from thinking to now feeling. Feel your heart. And now feel love. That might be invoking feelings that you might have toward a pet or a loved one or a situation that's happened to you. Tune in to the frequency of gratitude and love. Again, the theme for tonight's meditation is peace and safety and coming together. So we'll start now by thinking about all those who have been affected in one way or another by this tragic storm. Releasing faith now into the field, into the world. Activating this frequency of peace. Peace amongst our world leaders, that they make wise decisions. Peace on the local level to those that are helping out. And peace to those directly and indirectly affected by this storm. Peace. And now safety. Safety, that those who have been affected may find dry land, may receive the necessities they need during this time of need, that they may be protected from those on this earthly plane and those in higher realms. Safety. And now coming together. Coming together. It is time for division to stop and have us come together. Listening to your intuition. If you feel called to help out in some way, this is you heeding the call to come together. Come together. Come together. And may there be protection now from any future storms that could arise. There is a shield of protection. Shield of protection. Any weapon that might be formed against us will not prosper. For there is now a field and a shield of protection. And now for the world at large. It is time for peace. We are in a new paradigm and a new era. The time for war is over. It is now time for peace. Time for a new age to begin. Peace on earth. Safety on earth. May cooler heads prevail with all of the temperature rising on the planet right now. May all leaders keep safety first. And now coming together for all of us on the planet, wherever you yourself might be watching this video right now, whether you're in the eye of the storm, so to speak, in a surrounding area, or halfway across the world. It is now time for all of us to come together. We are the solution. We got ourselves into this mess, and we are the ones that can get ourselves out. And the only way to do that is through love. Through love. Through love and coming together. And now lastly, to ourselves. Within. May we feel peace inside of ourselves. If we want peace in the world, we ourselves are responsible for rising to that frequency. Peace within. Peace. Safety. Safety within. There's so many people struggling right now in our country and across the world where they are feeling internally anything but safe. Safe could mean physically safe. Safe could mean emotionally safe. Safe could even mean spiritually safe. May you be safe. Safe. Grounded. Protected. And at peace. And lastly, may there be an internal coming together. We live such busy lives and are fragmented in so many ways. It is time for us to ground, to elevate out of 3D, and to internally come together. Align. Bring your energy back right now in this moment. For the next 30 seconds, taking this opportunity to call in wherever your energy might be going towards and bring it back to your heart. Bring it back to your heart. Get in touch with your inner being right now, right here, right now. Feel your heart. Feel your energy coming back. Whatever you want to call it, God, source, love, higher self, inner being, tune into that frequency now. Connect and align. Come together. Okay, all. Thank you for being here. It's good to see you. I'll be back soon with another meditation. Have a nice evening, and thank you for joining me.